Okay, so today our reciters are
Sanchita Mataji and family, Prabhuji.
okay, Sanchita Mataji. Just give a yes, Mataji, that's fine. Okay, Mataji is joining. Okay, so Srimad Bhagavadgita, chapter.
Mataji joined, she was there, but maybe Prabhuji. She was there, she discussed.
Yeah, I think laptop. Mataji said some laptop thing. Okay, Hare Krishna, Hemlata Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandat Pranam.
Pranam. Hare Krishna, Asha Mataji. Thank you for joining.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Pranam. Hare Krishna, Sanchita Mataji, and Pala Prabhuji, Purvasha Mataji, and Pranshi Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, can you hear now?
Yes, Mataji, your voice is a bit low, but we can hear you.
Can
Now
you?
it is. Yes, now it is better.
Okay.
Okay, when you're ready.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
No worries, Mataji. When you're ready, you can kindly start with invocation prayers. Yes. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva. Om Bhagavate Vasudeva. Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sahatyayah Sankhyayogaha. Sanjaya uvacha tam tatha kripaya vishtam ashru purna kulekshanam Shidantam idam vakyam uvacha madhusudanaha. Sanjaya said, seeing Arjuna full of compassion, his mind depressed, his eyes full of tears, Madhusudana, Krishna spoke the following words. Shri Bhagavan Utastva Kashmalam Idam Vishame Samupasthitam Anarya Chushtamasvargyam Akirti Karamarjuna. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjuna, how have these impurities come upon you? They are not at all befitting a man who knows the value of life. They led not to higher planets, but to infamy. Lebyam asmagamaha partha netattvayupapadyate shutram hridayato dorbalyam tvaktvotishta parantapa. O son of Pritha, do not yield to this creating importance. It does not become you. Give up such petty weaknesses of heart and arise, O chastiser of the enemy. Arjuna uvacha katham bhishmamaham sankhye dronam cha madhusudana yeshubhihi pratiyotsyami puja Parisudana.
Arjuna said, O killer of enemies, O killer of Madhu, how can I counter-attack with arrows in battle men like Bhishma and Drona, who are worthy of my worship?
Puruna hatva hi mahanubhavan Shreya bhoktam bhiksyamapi haloke Hatvartha kamamstu guruni heva Bunjiya bhogan vidhira pradigdhan.
It would be better to live in this world by begging than to live at the cost of lives of great souls who are my teachers, even though desiring worldly gain, they are superiors. If they are killed, everything we enjoy will be tainted with blood.
Jaitadvidma katarannugariyo Yadva jayema yadivanu jayayuhu Yaneva hatva na jijivishamas Devasthitaha pramukhe dhartarashtraha.
Nor do we know which is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. If we kill the sons of Dhritarashtra, we should not care to live. Yet they are now standing before us on the battlefield. Karpanya doshopahata svabhava prachami tvam dharma samudachetaha yachreyasya nishchitam bruhi tanme sishyaste aham sadhimam tvam prapannam.
Now I am confused about my duty and have lost all composure because of weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me clearly what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me.
Nahi prachami mamapanudyan yachokam uchoshanam indriyanam avapya bhumava asapatmanam riddham rajyam suranam api chadhipatyam.
I can find no means to drive away this grief, which is drying up my senses. I will not be able to destroy it even if I win an unrivaled kingdom on the earth with sovereignty, like the demigods in heaven.
Sanjaya uvacha evam ukta rishikesham gurakeshah parantapaha na yotsya iti govindam uktva tusnim babhuvaha.
Sanjay said, having spoken thus, Arjuna, chastiser of enemies, told Krishna, Govinda, I shall not fight, and fell silent.
Tam uvacha rishikeshah prahasanna iva bharata senuir ubhair madhye vishidantam idam vachaha.
O descendant of Bharata, at that time Krishna smiling in the midst of both the armies spoke the following words to the grief-stricken Arjuna.
Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Asocyan Anavasocastvam Pragyavadamscha Bhashashe Gatasun Agatasumscha Nanu Sochanti Panditaha.
The blessed Lord said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor the dead.
Na tva evaham jatunasham na tvam neme janadhipaha न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे व्यम अतः परम्.
Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. देहीनस्मिन् यथा देहे कौमारं यौवनं जरा तथा देहान्तर प्राप्ति धीरस्तत्र नामुह्यति.
As the embodied soul continuously passes in this body, from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change.
मात्रा स्पर्शस्तु कौन्तेय शीतोष्णा सुखदुःखदः आगम्पायिनो नित्या तंस्तातितिक्ष्वावरता.
O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress, and the disappearance in the due course, are like appearance and disappearance of winter and summer season. They arise from the sense perception. O son of Bharata, and one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed.
यम ही न व्यथ्यायन्ते ते पुरुषं पुरुषर्षभा समा दुःख सुखं धीरं सोऽमृतत्वया कल्पते.
O best among men, Arjuna, the person who is not disturbed by happiness and distress, is steady in both, is certainly eligible for liberation.
नासातो विद्यते भावो नाभावो विद्यते सतः उभयोरपि दृष्टवन्तः तान्यस्तत्त्वदर्शिभिः.
Those who are seers of truth have concluded that of the non-existent, the material body, there is no endurance, and of the internal, the soul, there is no change. They have concluded by studying the nature of both.
अविनशी तु तद्विधि येन सर्वम् इदं ततं विनाशम् अव्ययस्य न कश्चित् कर्तुम् अर्हति.
That which pervades the entire body, you should know to be indestructible. No one is able to destroy that imperishable soul.
अन्तावन्ता इमे देहा नित्याशोक्ताः शरीरिणः अनाशिनो प्रमेयस्य तस्माद् बुद्ध्यास्य भारत.
The material body of the indestructible, immeasurable, and eternal living entity is sure to come to an end. Therefore fight, O descendant of Bharata. Yaenam vetti antaram yaschainam manyate hatam ubhau tau na vijanito nayam hanti na hanyate.
Neither he who thinks the living entity, the slayer, nor he who thinks it is slain is in knowledge. For the self slays nor slays not, nor is slain.
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूतभविता वा न भूय अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे.
For the soul there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing, and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain.
वेदविनाशितं सिनं नित्यं येनम् अजमव्ययम् कथं स पुरुषः पार्थ कं गता हन्ति यति हन्तिकम्.
O Partha, how can a person who knows that the soul is indestructible, eternal, unborn, and immutable kill anyone or cause anyone to kill?
वशांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि.
As a person puts on new garments, giving up old ones, the soul similarly accepts new material bodies, giving up the old and useless ones.
विन्दन्ति शस्त्राणि नैनं दहति पावक न चैनं क्लेदयन्त्यापो न शोष्यति मारुतः.
The soul can never be cut to pieces by any weapon, nor burned by fire, nor moistened by water, nor withered by the wind.
अच्छेद्योऽयम् अधायो अक्लेद्यो शोष्येव च नित्य सर्वगता स्थाणुर् अचलोऽयं सनातनः.
The individual soul is unbreakable and insoluble, and can neither be burned nor dried. He is everlasting, present everywhere, unchangeable, immovable, and eternally the same.
Om Tat Sat Iti Srimad-Bhagavadgitasu Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyaya Yogashastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Sankhya Yoga Dvitiya Adhyaya. Hare Krishna. Please forgive us for our mistake.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji and Prabhuji and Prabhasha Mataji and Pranshi Prabhu. Very beautiful recitations as a circle, as a family, 4 members reciting, sharing equally in a continuous way. Very beautiful. Thank you so much, Mataji. Wonderful.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so we shall move on to the next part. So it is a japa session. So before we start our japa, can I request any devotees? I request the new devotees. Do we have Gayatri Mataji to do Panchatattva mantra, if you are aware of?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Would you like to do Panchatattva mantra 3 times and then we all start japa session? And so all devotees, wherever it is possible, unmute and chant.
Can I don't know what is that, Prabhu? Can you say which one is this?
Yes. So Panchatattva mantra. This is the Panchatattva mantra. So,
Oh, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh, okay, Prabhu. Yeah, I know this. Yes, Prabhu.
3 times.
Yeah. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. And dear devotees, kindly admit and chant wherever it is possible. Okay, it is one round. We shall start. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Jai
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Bhagavadgita Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. If anyone has not yet completed the chanting, kindly complete behind. So meanwhile, we shall enter into the next part of the program. It is the Kirtan session. So Kirtan, so today our Kirtaniyas are Shashmataj and Hare Krishna Shashmataj.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
So you want someone to accompany you, Mataji, in the Kirtan?
I don't mind Prabhuji.
So what Kirtan would you like to sing, Mataji, in Kirtan?
Initially I was thinking to just sing Jayanilo Premodhana, because I didn't have anything else. But if that is okay, I can just quickly sing that one. It's a very small one.
This it is a small Kirtan only. So Mataji,
Yeah.
you can do it. Janilo Premadana. You want some? Okay, Dipti Mataji, are you comfortable to respond to Mataji?
I'll follow Mataji. Yeah. Prabhu.
Beautiful.
Okay. Relax. Okay, Mataji. Jayanilo Premadhana Karuna Prachu
Jayanilo Premadana Karuna Prachura
Hena Prabhu Kotha Gela Acharya Thakur
Hena Prabhu Kotha Gela Acharya Thakur
Jayanilo Premadhana Karuna Prachu
Jayanilo Premadana Karuna Prachura
कहाँ मोरा स्वरूप रूपा कहाँ सनातन
कहाँ मोरा स्वरूप रूप कहाँ सनातन
कहाँ दास रघुनाथ पतित पावन
कहाँ दास रघुनाथ पतिता पवन
जय अनिल प्रेमाधन करुणा प्रचुर
जय नील प्रेमादना करुणा प्रचुर
हेन प्रभु कोथा गेला आचार्य ठाकुर
हेन प्रभु कोठा गेला आचार्य ठाकुर
कहाँ मोरा भट्ट जुग कहाँ कबीरा
कहाँ मोरा भट जुगा कहाँ कविराज
एक काले कोथा गेला गोरा नटराज
एक काले कोठा गेला गोरा नटराज
जयानिलो प्रेमाधान करुणा प्रचुर
जय नील प्रेमादन करुणा प्रचुर
हेन प्रभु कथा गेला आचार्य ठाकुर
हेन प्रभु कोठा गेला आचार्य ठाकुर
पाषाण कोटिब माथा अनले पशिब
पसाने कटिबो माथा आनाले पसिबो
गौराङ्ग गुणेर निधि कोथा गेले पाबो
गौराङ्गे गुणेरा निधि कोठा गेली पाबो
जयानिल प्रेमाधान करुणा प्रचुर
जय नील प्रेमादना करुणा प्रचुर
हेन प्रभु कथा गेला आचार्य ठाकुर
हेना प्रभु कोठा गेला आचार्य ठाकुर
से सब सङ्गीर सङ्गे जे कोइलो बिलास
ते सब संगीरा संगे जे कोई लो बिलास
से सङ्ग न पाया खण्डे नरोत्तम दास
से संगे ना पाया कांडे नरोत्तम दास
जयानिल प्रेमाधन करुणा प्रचुर
जया नील प्रेमादन करुणा प्रचुर
हेन प्रभु कोथा गेला आचार्य ठाकुर
हेना प्रभु कोठा गेला आचार्य ठाकुर
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 राम
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
And thank you.
Thank you so much, Shash Mataji and Deepti Mataji. Very beautifully sung. Very nice. So
Thank
blessed.
you, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so we shall move to the next part. It is the Guru Vandana by Meenakshi Mataji. And Hare Krishna Meenakshi Mataji, Meena Mataji.
Krishna.
And you want someone to respond to you, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji, if possible. Yeah.
Can I request Induleka Mataji, if you are happy to sing along with respond to Meena Mataji's Guru Vandana, if available.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
Can I start?
Yes, Mataji, please. Yes, please.
Sri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhagati Sadma.
Prabhuji, do I follow or do I sing together, or after she finishes, I start?
Just respond for each line, Mataji.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma.
Mando Moi Savadana Mate.
Bandhu moi savadhana mate.
Yahara Prasade Vai Eva Bhavaturiya.
Jahara prasade bhai ibhavaturiya jai.
Krishna Prapti Ho Yaha Hoy Tere.
Krishna prapti ho yaha hoy te.
Krishna Prapti Ho Yaha Hoy Tere.
Krishna prapti ho yaha hoy te.
Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Jite Te Koriya Kya.
Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chite Te Koriya Kya.
Arana Kariya Mani Asa.
Arana Kariya Mani Asha.
Arana Kariya Mani Asa.
Arana Kariya Mani Asha.
Sri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati.
Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati.
ये प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आसा.
ये प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा.
चक्षुदान दिलो ये जल में प्रभु से.
चक्षुदान दिलो जे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से.
दिव्यज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशी
दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित
दिव्यज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित
दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित
प्रेम भक्ति यहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते
प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते
प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते
प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते
वेदे यहाँ रचरितो
वेदे ज्ञान यहाँ परिचरित
श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अंतमा अना श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अंतमा जनार बधु
श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनारा बंधु
लोकेनाथ लोकेर जीवना
लोकेनाथ लोकेरा जीवाना
आहा प्रभु करो दया दोहे मेरी पद छाया
हाँ हाँ प्रभु करो दया दे हो मोरे पद छाया
आहा प्रभु करो दया दे हो मोरी पद छाया
हाँ हाँ प्रभु करो दया दे हो मोहे पद छाया
एबियत कुसुर त्रिभुवा
हे यार गुशुक त्रिभुवाना
एबिया घुषुक त्रिभुवाना
हे यार गुशुक त्रिभुवाना
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा
जय श्री कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण थैंक यू so much.
Thank you so much, Meena Mataji and Indulekha Mataji. Very beautifully sung this Guru Charana Padma, Guru Vandana. Thank you so much. Okay, so we shall move to the next part. It is Mangala Charan prayers by Kishori Gokulanandini Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna everyone.
When you're ready, Mataji.
Yeah, sure. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurum militam yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakammalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Tam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी ऋषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमति भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधारा शिवासादि गौर भक्तविंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you, everybody. Hare
Yes.
Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Very beautifully done this Mangalacharan prayers. Thank you so much. Okay, so we shall move on to next is the Premadvani prayers by Bhakti Usha Mataji. Okay, so when Mataji is leading the Premadvani, Mataji says until up to here, and then we all the devotees kindly unmute and follow with the sound Jaya. Okay, so Usha Mataji, when you're ready, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Jai Nitya Leela Pravishta Om Vishnu Pada Paramhans Parivrajakacarya Ashtottara Sat Sri Srimad Devan Grace Srila Shri Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki
Jai.
Jai Om Vishnu Pada Paramhans Parivrajakacarya Ashtottara Sat Sri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki
Jai.
Jai.
Anant-koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki
Jai.
Jai.
Namasarya Haridas Thakur Ki
Jai.
ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki
Jai.
Karo Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Jai Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Ki
Jai.
Jai.
Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shyam Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki
Jai.
Jai.
Vrindavan Dham Ki
Jai.
Jai.
Dham Ki
Jai.
Jai.
Navdev Dham Ki
Jai.
Janakpur Dham Ki
Jai.
Jai.
Ganga Mai Ki
Jai.
Yamuna Mai Ki
Jai.
Jai.
Devi Ki Jai
Jai.
Jai.
Kirtan Yagya Ki
Jai.
Jai.
Brihad Mridanga Ki
Jai.
Jai.
Sorry. Yes, Samad Bhaktavrinda Ki
Jai.
Jai.
Gaur Premanande.
Nanda Ki
Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
All glories to the simple devotees.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
All glories to Assembled devotees.
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Hare Krishna.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Prabhupada. Jai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very quickly late.
Sorry, Prabhu, I just had a cold coming.
It's fun ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Okay, so we shall move on to the next part. So now coming to the Srimad Bhagavadgita. So today we are in the Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. You want to say anything, Mataji?
No, Prabhu. Just I was just happy to be in this group. That's all.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mataji. We are happy to see you and have your association.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay, so I'm going to share the verses. Today we are speaking, discussing the Bhagavad Gita verses, second chapter and verse number 19 and 20. So I'm going to put I think Veda base changed it to new look today. I mean, recently. So,
Oh.
um, so first, the pattern is first we are going to recite and read the translation and purport by allocated devotee. But for recitation, all devotees take turn to recitation. Okay, so this is second Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, 19th verse. Okay, so here in the Srimad Bhagavadgita, so far Krishna has been speaking as part of the Sankhya Yoga. So in order Sankhya Yoga philosophy, it is to detach the matter from the spirit, detaching spirit from the matter. So in either way. So here when Arjuna was bewildered to kill his family members, and then Krishna started speaking to Arjuna that you are speaking like a learned person, but actually a learned person, he is not bewildered. Asocyan anusocastum prajnavadam shabhashase gatasun agatasun cha nanusocinti panditaha. A pandita is never bewildered and he is never lamented for the persons who are living or who are dead, because soul is eternal. So since that point, and then saying that dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram yavvanam jara tada dehantara praptihi dhirastatra namuhyati. So saying that the soul keep on changing the bodies like we change the dresses. And then, oh Arjuna, you exist, I exist all the time, eternally. But you were changing the bodies, I have not, because I am existing in the transcendental body. So Krishna says, Aham Veda Sarvani, I know everything, but not Tvam Veda, so you don't remember anything because you change bodies. So something like that, Krishna says to Arjuna. And then since that one, giving all the knowledge, Sankhya philosophy, and describing the qualities of the spirit soul, and then saying that it is going through different kinds of the phases. One should not lament about anything, whatever he sees in his life, either it is a misery or the happiness. He should be always steady. Matra sparshestu kaunteya sitoshna sukha dukkadaha agamapainu nityaha anityaha tam tikshasva bharata. Nothing is permanent. Either pain is not permanent, or pleasure is not permanent. And one should simply tolerate for that time to pass. In due course of time, so this mrityu will come to everyone. Either it is 50 years or 100 years or 1,000 years, but it will come. One has to simply tolerate. They are not permanent, just like a seasons. And then, so whoever is able to tolerate such kind of miseries, he is eligible for the liberation. So he is called Dhira. Yam hina vyatinchete purusham purusharabha samadhukka sukam dhiram so amrutatvaya kalpate. Such a person is called Dhira. For that person, amrutatvaya kalpate, he is eligible for liberation. And then he is also, Krishna not only saying about that, he is also referring to the Nasate vijjito bhavo na abhavo vijjite sataha ubhayorapi društvo antaha tvanayo tattva darshibihi. The learned sages, previously they have decided there is no permanence for the material body. At the same time, there is no destruction for the spirit soul. They have decided previously, previous authorities. So Krishna is always referring to the previous sages as well. And then he says to the Avinasitu tadvidhi yena sarvam idam tatam vinasham avyasya asya na kashid kattumarhati. So this the spirit soul, it is all pervading within the body. Sarvam idam tatam avinasitu tadvidhi yena sarvam idam tatam vinasham avyasya asya na kashid kattumarhati. That spirit soul cannot be killed by anyone, nor it will be killed. So, and after saying that, here Lord also says, Antavanti me deha nityasyoktaha siririnaha anasino apremeyasya tasyad yujyasva bharata. So, in due course of time, the body will be destroyed by the time. So, You simply do not worry about the body. You just carry out your duty. Anasino apremeyasya tasya yujyasva bharata. You just carry out your duty. Your duty is as a kshatriya, you need to fight. So until that point, we have discussed those sections in detail in discussing the purport, Prabhupada's Prabhupada's purports, and also went in detail. Now we are coming to verse number 19. Here Krishna is mentioning that, and people who thinks that I am killing this particular living entity, either that whoever is thinking like that, or a living entity which is being killed, I am being killed, I am getting died, and whoever is thinking like that. So both people, they are not intelligent. Likewise, Krishna is saying, because the soul cannot be killed by anything, any weapon or water or ether or fire, anything. Likewise, Krishna is saying. So I shall recite this verse, and then each line, all devotees follow behind me, unmuting, and then after that, each devotee take a turn to recite, and then later on, Ram Lala Prabhuji is going to describe this, going into the translation and purport and describe. Okay. Before we start this one, can I request all the devotees kindly follow me when I just go with Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 3 times. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Namo Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om
Namo
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Okay, thank you so much. So kindly here, first I will be reciting 3 times, and then you kindly catch up the sounds and the words, and later on I do one line by line, then you follow. After that individually you will recite. Yayenam veti hantaram yascheinam manyate hatam ubau tau na vijanito nayam hanti na hanyate. Yayenam veti hantaram yascheinam manyate hatam ubau tau na vijanito nayam hanti na hanyate. Yayenam veti hantaram yascheinam manyate hatam ubau tau na vijanito nayam hanti na hanyate. Okay, so now dear devotees, reciting line by line, you all follow behind me. Yayenam veti hantaram
Yenam veti hantaram
yascheinam manyate hatam
Yascheinam manyate hatam
ubau tau na vijanito
Ubhau
Ubhau
vijanito
nayam hanti na hanyate.
Nayam
hanti
hanyate.
Hanyate.
Yayenam veti hantaram
Yenam
Veti hantaram
yascheinam manyate hatam
yascheinam
manyate
Manyate hatam.
ubau tau na vijanito
Ubhau vijanito
nayam hanti na hanyate.
Nayam
hanti na hanyate.
Yayenam veti hantaram
Yenam
Veti
veti
hantaram
yascheinam manyate hatam
yascheinam
yascheinam
manyate
manyate
hatam
hatam
ubau tau na vijanito
Ubhau
Ubhau
vijanito
nayam hanti na hanyate.
Nayam
hanti na hanyate.
Okay, very beautiful. Thank you so much. Okay, so now we shall recite shloka by all the devotees by alphabetical order. Okay, so from alphabetical order, can I request Asha Mataji, starting with
Hare Krishna. Ya enam veti hantaram yashainam manyate hadam baudav na vijanido nayam handina hanyade.
very
Ya
good.
3 times Prabhu. Only one.
Only once, Mataji. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, next, Deepti Mataji.
येनं वेति हन्तारं यश्चेनं मन्यते हतम् उभौ तौ न विजानीतो नायं हन्ति न हन्यते.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. And Devashish Prabhuji and Mampi Mataji, if available.
Iha inam bhiti hataram iha sainam mayan hatam uva uto na vijayato naham hati na hatayate. Sorry, Prabhu.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Okay, can I next Gauringi Mataji, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Naenam veti hantaram yasenam manyate hatam ubhoto na vijanito nayam hanti na hanyate.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Next, Gayatri Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Ya enam veti hantaram yaschainam manyate hatam ubhau tau na vijanito nayam hanti na hanyate. Hare
Very
Krishna.
good. You have got any persons, Mataji, to recite in your home, your family members?
My husband is at home, Prabhu, but he is doing some course right now. So
Okay, yeah,
it's
okay.
just me here. Yeah. Thank you.
Sure, Mataji, thank you. Okay, next, Indulekha Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. Yaenam veti hantaram yaschenam manyate hatam ubhoto na vijanito nayam hanti na hanyate. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Next, Jai Jagannath, Saurabh Prabhuji, please. If available.
Driving now.
Hare Krishna.
But I'm driving just.
Yeah, sure, Prabhuji. Yeah, that's fine. No worries, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Okay. Next, Kishori Mataji, please. Kishori Gokulanandini Mataji, if available, please. Okay, if not available, I can request Meena Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. Ya ena veti hantaram yaschenam manyate hatam ubhoto na vijanito nayam hanti na hanyate.
Very beautiful, perfect. Thank you, Mataji. Prabhavati Mataji, please.
Krishna Prabhu. Ya enam veti hantaram yaschainam manyate hatam bhautau na vijanito nayam hanti na hanyate.
Okay, very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Next, Radha Devka Mataji, please. If available. Okay, otherwise we shall move on to next Lala Prabhuji, if available. Lala Prabhuji. We can't hear you, Prabhuji. It seems you are on mute, but we can't hear you. Okay, we shall move on to next devotee while Lala Prabhuji sort out the audio. Can I request Sanchita Mataji, please, next? And family, all 4 members, please, if possible.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, they are not available. There's back
Yes,
to studies and all. I'll just recite, yeah. Ye enam veti hanteram yaschainam manyate hatam ubhau tau na vijanito nayam hanti na hanyate. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, very perfect, beautiful, nice. Thank you, Mataji. And Shash Mataji, please.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yenam veti hantaram yaschanam manyate hatam uvaitaino vijanito nayam hanti nahantaye. Sorry.
Very beautiful, Mataji. Thank you so much. Next, Sridhara Govindas Prabhuji and Supriya Gopi Mataji, please.
येयेनं वेति हन्तारं यश्चैनं मन्यते हतम् उभौ तौ न विजानीतौ नयं हन्ति न हन्यते
य एनं वेति हन्तारं यश्चैनं मन्यते हतम् उभौ तौ न विजानीतो नायं हन्ति न हन्यते. Hare Krishna. Thank
Very
you.
beautiful, Mataji and Prabhuji. Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you,
And next, can I request Usha Mataji, please?
Hare Krishna. य एनं वेति हन्तारं यश्चैनं मन्यते हतम् उभौ तौ न विजानीतो नायं हन्ति न हन्यते. Hare Krishna.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so do we have Kishori Gokulanandini Mataji?
Prabhu
Hare
Mataji
Krishna
is
Prabhu.
busy.
I'm so sorry, but I can't join because I'm with the baby now. He's
Yes.
sleeping. Sorry,
Sure.
Prabhu.
Sure. Thank you, Mataji. Do we have Radha Sekha Mataji now? Okay, so Ramlala Prabhuji. We can't hear you, Prabhuji. Is your audio working? Would you like to join through another device? Maybe to sort out the audio thing, or log out and log in? Okay, so maybe just you can log out and log in, Prabhuji, to see if it sorts out the problem. Okay, so meanwhile, we move to the reading of synonyms, translations, and purport, Srila Prabhupada's purport. Okay, so can I request anyone would like to volunteer to read the synonyms and translation, please?
May I try, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
Or somebody else ask, or it's me?
I think another devotee will read purport. You read synonyms and translations.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Synonym: Yaha, anyone who. Enam, this. Veti, knows. Hantaram, the giver. Yaha, anyone who. Cha, also. Enam, this. Manyate, thinks. Hatam, killed. Ubho, both. To, they. No, never. Vijanitaha, or in knowledge. No, never. Ayam, this. Hanti, killed. No. Hanyate is killed. So, shall I continue with translation or someone else will read translation, Prabhuji?
You read translation as well, Mataji.
Okay, translation. Neither he who thinks the living entity is the slayer, nor he who thinks it slain is in knowledge. For the self flies not is slain. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, we got Ramlala Prabhuji joined. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, are you able to? speak? Of course you can, but we can't hear you, Prabhuji. I think you need to change the device, it seems. Okay, so Prabhuji need to log in from another phone or thing, another device. We can't hear you again. It's a device problem. Okay, so meanwhile we shall move to the purport while Prabhuji is sorting out the device. Gayatri Mataji, would you like to read the purport?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu, I will read the purport.
Yes, Mataji.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. When an embodied living entity is hurt by fatal weapons, it is to be known that the living entity within the body is not killed. The spirit soul is so small that it is impossible to kill him by any material weapon, as will be evident by subsequent verses. Nor is the living entity killable because of his spiritual constitution. What is killed or is supposed to be killed is the body only. This, however, does not at all encourage killing of the body. The Vedic injunction is Ma Himsyat Sarva Bhutani. Never commit violence to anyone. Nor does an understanding that the living entity is not killed encourage animal slaughter. Killing the body of anyone without authority is abominable and is punishable by the law of the state as well as by the law of the Lord. Arjuna, however, is being engaged in killing for the principle of religion and not whimsically. Hare Krishna, Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna, thank you, Mataji. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, so now we got Ram Lala Prabhuji joined. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, are you able to?
Hare Krishna. Now
Yes,
is audible?
yes, Prabhuji, we can hear you.
Okay. Sorry for that technical. And as well as my sometimes I have problem. Uh,
Yes, sure, Prabhuji. Okay, so now we have read the translation and purport, Prabhuji, for the verse. Now it is your turn to take over and describe and reflect and explain to us, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. I am sorry. Maybe I will do afterward because I have.
Yeah, sure, Prabhuji. If you are not comfortable, okay, please take it. Yeah.
Sorry, Guruji.
Yeah, no, thank you. Hare Krishna. Okay. So here in this purport, Krishna is saying, neither he who thinks the living entity the slayer, nor he who thinks it slain is in knowledge. So Krishna says, he is being killed or I am killing this person. So in such a, both are unintelligent. Both are na vijaniyam, na vijanito. Both are not intelligent people. So because eternity of the living entity, the soul, spirit soul, which is composed of Lakshan, this is the Panchabhuta. It is body is made up of the Panchabhutas and subtle elements like Aham, Manobuddhi, Ahankara, Chittamiti, Antaratmakam. They will be just the antahkaranas, they will be revealed by the symptoms. Vrutya Lakshana Rupaya. Vrutya Lakshana Rupaya. By the symptoms, we can understand. Consciousness means there is always moments and responses and feelings, emotions. These are all coming from the consciousness that we understand. And there is a growth and change in the body as long as the consciousness is there. Mind is the Yat Sankalpa Vikalpabhyam Vartate Kama Sambhavaha. Intelligence is the Nishaya Smritireva. Nishaya, I want to do it, I don't want to do it. In such a way, that is samsayata viparyaso, just hesitating or in opposite to that, without any hesitation. That is intelligence. And then ahankara is the one which identifies bhutendriya manomayam. So this is identifying oneself with the material body. It is called the ahankara. So this is generally we see the perceive through our senses. Because of the senses are exposing to the material nature, we think that most of the times we are using all our body parts to experience eating or seeing, and then in going through in due course of time, eating and the transformations, and also going through pains and pleasures. In that conceptions, we feel this is me. So in that conceptions, he thinks that I am being hurt. This person spoke to me like this, and I have spoken this like that. But actually, as a spirit soul, it is always neutral. It is not contaminated. Only it is the material conceptions. But this is everything, all these activities. One who acquires this knowledge, jnanagni dagda karmanam, it will be burnt by the ashes. Jnanagni dagda karmanam. And it is also without, by the knowledge, all kinds of sinful activities, everything can be burnt in due course of time, in a short duration of time. But that is through devotional service. That will be coming later on. But here in the Sankhya philosophy, Krishna is saying that the living entity cannot be killed, and who thinks that it is killed, or who is thinking that I am killing, then both are not in knowledge. So, and then the spirit soul is so small that it is impossible to kill him by any material weapon, as will be evident from the subsequent verses. This is again, Nainam chindanti sastrani, Nainam dahati pavakaha, na chainam kledayan chapo, na shoshaiti marutaha, sastrani, and also shoshati marutaha. So either Nainam chindanti sastrani, it cannot be cut by pieces by any weapon. Nayanam dahati marutaha, Nayanam dahati pavakaha. It cannot be burned by the fire, and it cannot be wet by the water. Even it cannot be nashoshayati marutaha, and it will not be just blown by the wind. So it is not possible to destroy the spirit soul by any material weapon. And then nor is the living entity killable. It cannot be killed by anyone because the nature, the dimension is the Setabhaga. This is the Seta Bala. What is it is mentioned? The tip of the hair. It is divided into 10,000 parts. One part is called. It is mentioned as the dimension of the spirit soul. 1/10,000 part of the tip of a hair, because of its minute nature, and it is the eternal one. Though it is eternal, it is always consciousness, it is always active. We know this E equal to mc square, that energy cannot be lost. It can only transform into different forms. E equal to mc, the Newton formula. Tada purusho atmanam kevalam prakruteh param. Nirantaram swayam jyotihi animanam akanditam. It is very tiny, but it is always active. Nirantaram swayam jyotihi, always illuminating. Like Krishna is saying that in the body, previously has mentioned that antavantimedaha nitya sokta saririnaha. It is saying anasita tadviddi yena sarvam idam tadam. So later on he says it is illuminating all our body. So with the consciousness. These are the symptoms, one of the symptoms: consciousness, mind, intelligence, and ego. Ego consciousness is the one which we perceive directly whenever it is moving. So this is not the living entity is killable. It is always kevalam prakrute param. And what is killed or is supposed to be killed is the only body only. It is the body. This we all have got experience. We have seen so many things. So many living in bodies are being to. Some are throwing in the Ganga water. Some are burnt to the ashes. Some are buried in the soil, and some are eaten by the cats, these dogs and foxes or animals. So this is body will be turned into four kinds of way. It is thrown into the water and merged there, just decomposed there, and whenever it is buried, turn it into ashes, turn it into soil. Whenever it is burnt, turn it into ashes. This is the one. People who are destined to like that, they are living dead bodies. So who are thinking that I am the only body, who doesn't have knowledge, Krishna consciousness. This is Swasrug, Srugala Labhakshe, Swasrugala Bhakshe, that is dogs and foxes are meant to eat that body. They do not have any interest to hear Krishna Katha. Okay, so this is only body is killed. And then this, however, does not at all encourage killing of the body. We see as soon as we see some ants or mosquitoes, immediately we kill it, even though it is not biting immediately. But we need to wait until it come to us and disturb us. That is one thing, that is counteracting thing. And also, we should not be, as much as possible, we do not, na ati himshera nityashaha. We do not take for killing unnecessarily. If there is a possibility to send it away, we simply send it away. Otherwise, if it is disturbing any Krishna consciousness coming to the deities or it is such kind of things, we need to make sure and making Hare Krishna and then do the right thing, what needs to be done. So, and here the Vedic injunction is Ma Himsayat Sarva Bhutani, never commit violence to anyone. So this is Ma Himsayat. And Kapil Bhagavan says, Na Ati Himshena, we should not do any excessive killing, because unknowingly we are so many times when we are walking and doing cleansing, so many other things, unnecessarily, unknowingly so many living entities will be killed. Na Ati Himshena. But here, knowingly we don't commit any violence to anyone. Otherwise, we do not get any peace of mind. Vishadha parakaye mam manino bhinna darshanaha bhuteshu baddhavairasya namanasyanti mruchati. Because its body is different, which that doesn't mean that we need to make a envious towards that body, because the soul within the body is always the same nature. And the Lord is in the heart of all the living entities. Manasetani bhutani pranamet bahumanayan. And the Lord is Bhagavan Pravist. He is in the heart of Pravisto Bhagavaniti, and he is in the heart of all the living entities. Knowing that Lord is in the heart of all the living entities, we should not consider the bodies. Then if we think like that, Bhuteshu Baddhavairisya, even though we are making envious because of the body, Naman Santi Mruchati, he will never ever get the peace. So that's why Yogasya Lakshanam Vakshe Sabijasya Nupatmaje. Mano yenaiva vidhina prasannam yati satpadam. That's why this Sankhya Yoga philosophy is needed. Kapil Bhagavan says that Yogasya. So he mentions that I'm going to explain this one. If you take this knowledge, then you will be free. That is the Manasyanti. This is Mano yenaiva vidhina. You will get this peace of mind. Okay, so that is that never ever commit violence. Even though someone, but devotees na priti kurvanti tad bhakta prabhohi tad bhaktani prabhopihi. So, but especially devotees, they are all sadhus. They are all titikhyavaha, karunikaha, suhrudaha, sarvadehinam, ajata satravaha, shantaha, sadhavaha, sadhu bhoshanaha. These are our ornaments. So many people, they decorate with jewels and so many things. But sadhu, he decorates his entire body and his mind, everything with the abharanas. These are, what are they? Titikshavah, Karunikaha, Suhritaha, Sarvadehinam, all bodies. Ajata Chatravaha, Santaha, Sadavaha, Sadhu Bhoshanaha. This is quality of a sadhu. That's why whenever sadhus are there, we go and take the association. So that if we have done any mistakes unknowingly, then this Sangha dosha, it will be Sangha dosha harahite. We have to pray that I wanted devotees, pure devotees association all the time. So that's why we have to invite the devotees to our home, do the Hari Bhajans. That is very essential. That is how we take the association of the devotees. Initially, not everyone may be pure devotees, but in due course of time, because Krishna is the center, because the devotional activities are going on, everyone will be purified. This is the Kapil Bhagavan says, Sangahat, he has the Tayetam sadhavah sadvi sarva sangha vivajitaha. Atateshu Sangahateshu Atate Prajyaha Sangadosha Harahite, because those sadhus, they are free from the material entanglement, who have surrendered to the Lord. And if we take we need to pray to the Lord. Sanghateshu Atate Prajyaha, so that Sangadosha Harahite, if we have made any mistakes in the past, they will be nullified with the devotees association. Okay, so that is, so when we are in the devotees association, we never commit violences to anyone. Nor does understanding that the living entity is not killed encourage animal slaughter. That does not mean understanding that living entity is not killed encourage animal slaughter. That is not the thing, because some people they kill, like some people creating the slaughterhouses and writing some kind of script on the mission, saying that and then kill that animal with that mission, so that that animal, it is kind of halal. That is not the right thing. It is condemned. So in all the scriptures, it is mentioned one should not harm any living entity. And killing the body of anyone without authority is abominable and is punishable by the law of the state as well as by the law of the Lord. So sometimes we carry, what are the authorities? A father and a spiritual master and a king or a manager who is supervising us. Husband, these are all authorities. We have to take the instructions from them. Even though if they have agreed and though we have done some kind of mistake, under their supervision, we are always in the safe hands. If we just go against that, I am more intelligent, my father, I am more intelligent than my husband, I am more intelligent than my manager, or then what happens? He will be caught by the law of the nature. Then he'll be punished more. If husband is punishing, if father is punishing, if manager is doing something, just simply be quiet, thinking that it is only for our good sake. But we should not rebel against them, because it is the authority. If we rebel against them, and then what happens? We will be caught by the divine law. It will be more powerful than that. We have to go through so much of distresses, and directly the people who are connected to us, they may not be the reason in that bigger problems. You do not see the connection, but divine sees that connection. So without authority, killing of the body of anyone without authority is abominable and is punishable by the law of the state as well as by the law of the Lord. Arjuna, however, is being engaged in killing for the principle of religion and not whimsically. So here, when Arjuna is killing, he is a Kshatriya. And what is the religion? So he is as a brother, younger brother, and he is supporting Yudhishthira. Yudhishthira is fighting only for dharma's sake, not for the kingdom's sake, because he was the actually proper king. And he was sent to the forest for forest exile for 12 years plus 1 year of this incognito. He has passed it and he has to take the kingdom. That is a rightful king. But actually, Duryodhana, he is stealing, he is enjoying. Even though Yudhishthira is asking, give me my kingdom back, he is not giving, because it belongs to Yudhishthira, and Arjuna is serving Yudhishthira, his elder brother. That is his dharma. So here, Yudhishthira is fighting for the religion's sake. So if there is something else, again, if again they are playing the dice, and if they are sent back again for next 13 years, that is all right. But here, everything is going according to the religion, principle of religion, not whimsically. On top of that, here Krishna is asking Arjuna, you fight. Yujyasva Bharata. So, Tasmad Yujyasva Bharata. So, Arjuna, you fight for the sake of fighting. That is the duty. So, and working as acting as part of the duty, then you are always satisfying the yajna. This is again, Krishna also mentions in the third chapter. So, in the while explaining the karma, so this is what is that verse? Annad bhavanti bhutani padjanyad anna sambhavah Pajjan Yajnat bhavati pajjanyo yajna karma samudbhavaha. That karma comes from to the sacrifices. That is the duty. And again, Krishna also explains that the karma is coming from the karma brahmodbhavam vidhi. It comes from the Brahma, from the Supreme Lord. So that one also explains. So when we are engaged in the duty, it doesn't matter. That's why again, what is that verse? कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफल हेतुर्भूः मा ते संगोऽस्त्व कर्मणि. You just have authority to carry out your duty, but not on the results. Results will be decided by the Lord. So you simply carry out your duty. What is your duty? As a father, as a mother, as a son, as a manager, or whatever it is. There एतावती एव शुश्रूषा कार्या पितृपुत्रकैः बाढमिति अनुमन्येत गौरवेण गुरोर्वचः. And Brahma says to Kadama Prajapati, whenever his Kadama Prajapati was ordered that, oh my dear son, you just go and expand the progeny. And then Kadama Prajapati came and then he meditated for 10,000 years to get simply a wife. To get a wife, he meditated for 10,000 years to ask the Lord directly. And then Lord appeared and he says to Kadam Praja, Devhuti is going to be your wife. Swayambhu is coming in such a way. After giving that indication, and then Kadama Prajapati and Devhuti, they married for only 100 years, and then they enjoyed 100 years fully, and then at the end they begot the 9 daughters, and the 9 daughters got married to 9 great sages. And then after that, when Kadam Prajapati is about to leave, again Devhuti asked that, please stay, and please give me, stay in the sense, give me abhayam. We have already fulfilled all your promises. Now, if you leave, these daughters anyway, they will marry and go. And then what about me? I will be alone. Who will look after me? Please also arrange such kind of thing. Then he says, and then remembering the Lord's words that I'm going to appear as your son. And then he stays at home, and then Kapil Bhagwan appears in the womb of Devhuti. And then so here, whenever Kadama Prajapati is doing his duty, Brahma, he came in the beginning, and then he explains to Kadma Prajapati, saying that Etavati eva susrusha karya pitri putrakaihi bhadamiti anumanyeta gaurivena gururvachaha. And one has to carry out the duty, whatever father is giving, but you have done perfectly. In such a way, he appreciates Kadma Prajapati very beautifully. So here, that duty is to be carried out all the time from the authority. Whatever comes from the husband, a father, or spiritual master, and Krishna ultimately. So again, whenever the spiritual master, whoever is speaking, that must be aligning with the whatever Lord spoke. Ishwarasya anumodataha. It should be approved by the Lord. Ishwarasya anumodataha. So in such a way, if we carry out that, we will not be entangled here, which is not, we will not be entangled in the material things. Otherwise, if we go against the Vedic injunctions, we will be caught by the material law. Prakrutehe karmani gunaihi karmani sarvashaha ahankar vimudatma kartaham iti manyate. When he thinks that I am doing, but he is caught by the material nature and bound by 3 material modes of nature, goodness, passion, and ignorance, and then samsruti. It is a janma, old age, birth, old age, disease, and death. Again, that cycle continues. So here Krishna is explaining that one. Yenam veti hantaram yaschainam hantaram yaschainam manyate hatam ubhautam na vijanito nayam hanti na hanyate. Such a person is not very intelligent, because the soul, it is never died, never will killed. Likewise, Krishna is saying. Okay, so I request dear devotees, if you have got any questions, kindly ask, or you wanted to share anything, kindly share. Okay, if there are no additions, so we shall move to the next verse, the 20th verse. So again, so we shall go in the same pattern, like all devotees take a turn to recite, and then later on, Sridhara Govindas Prabhuji is going to explain this verse. Okay, so same pattern for the recitation like before. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Okay, so I request dear devotees kindly follow line by line. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन्
न जायते
म्रियते वा
कदाचिन्
नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः
नायं
नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः
अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो
अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो
न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे
न हन्यते
हन्यमाने शरीरे
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन्
न
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन्
नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः
नायं
नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः
अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो
अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो
न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे
हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन्
न
जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन्
नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः
नायं
भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः
अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो
अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो
न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे
न हन्यते हन्यमाने
शरीरे
So can I request the devotees to recite this verse again, like in the sequence. Start with Asha Mataji, please. Asha Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण। न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यशाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे.
Thank you, Mataji. Very nice. Devashish Prabhuji, please.
न जायते मृत्याय वा कदाचिन् नायं भुवा भुविता वा न भुवया अजो नित्य सर्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे.
Very nice. Thank you, Prabhuji. And Deepti Mataji, please.
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूय अजो नित्य शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु.
Beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Gauringi Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूतो भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Gayatri Mataji. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, next, Indaleka Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Very nice, Mataji. Okay, Meena Mataji, please.
कृष्ण न जायते भीयते वा कदाचित् प्रायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूय अजो नित्यं सात्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे.
Okay, very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Prabhavati Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्य शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे.
Okay, very beautiful, nice. Thank you, Mataji. Ram Lala Prabhuji, would you like to try? If possible.
No, he said, Prabhu said, he said, okay, can't speak, Prabhu.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yes, Prabhuji. Okay, thank you, Ram. Please. Dada Mataji.
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन्नयं भूत्वा भवितवा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽहं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमने शरीरे.
Very beautiful. Thank you so much, Mataji. Sanchita Mataji and please, if available.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता भा न भूयः अजो नित्य शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Shash Mataji, please.
Yes, Prabhuji. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यो शाश्वतं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमान् शरीरे. जय श्री कृष्ण प्रभुजी.
Thank you, Mataji. And Sridhara Govindas Prabhuji and Supriya Gopi Mataji, please.
न जायते मृजते वा कदाचिन् न्यायं भूत्वा भविता न वा भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतो अयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे.
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Prabhuji and Mataji. Usha Mataji, please.
Yes, Hare Krishna. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भवितवा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Very beautifully recited. Okay, so now we shall move to the next synonyms and the translation purport by Sridhar Govindas Prabhuji and Supriya Gopi Mataji. So Mataji and Prabhuji, would you like both of you take the share and then both of you kindly explain this.
Yes, Prabhu. Translation.
Na, never. Jayate, takes birth. Mriyate, dies. Va, either. Kadachit, at any time, past, present, or future. Na, never. I am this. Bhutva, having come into being. Bhavita, will come to be. Va, or na, not. Bhuyaha, or is again coming to be. Ajaha, unborn. Nityaha, eternal. Shashvataha, permanent. I am this. Puranaha, the oldest. Na, never. Hanyate, is killed. Hanyamane, being killed. Sharire, the body. Translation. For the soul, there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing, and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain.
Krishna. So, Prabhu, I read the purport first and then go explaining, or how?
Yeah, however you feel comfortable, Prabhuji.
Okay, yeah. So I'll try to read purport and then on parallel I can explain, Prabhu.
Sure.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So, Prabhupada says here, qualitatively, the smallest atomic fragmental part of the Supreme Spirit is one of the Supreme. He undergoes no changes like the body. Sometimes the soul is called the steady or kutastha. So Prabhupada is explaining here about the soul. So as Prabhupada was explaining on the initial starting of this Gita about the explanation up till the point of 2.20. So in 2.16, Krishna was explaining to Arjuna what is material body, what is the soul. So from that point that Krishna is explaining about different aspects, but here Krishna is trying to explain that the characteristic of soul. What is a soul? If you look at the in the shloka, it mentions that the characteristic of soul as it is it's explained as it doesn't have any birth or death. It's always there. Past, present, future is always there. And it is unborn, eternal, ever existing, and primeval. And even when the body is being killed, but the soul is still existing. So what is explained here is that qualitatively, the soul and the supreme soul is same. Only difference is the quantity. So we are like a small part. We are anu, and the supreme soul is vibhu. So it's infinite. This is a big difference. Even the soul has the same quality like Satchit Ananda. So we also have the same feeling of how the Supreme Soul Krishna has, but he has everything. He's full of everything. If you look at the bliss, he's complete. His knowledge is complete. Everything is complete. But we are only a part and parcel of Krishna. So the body can undergo a lot of changes, like from the childhood to adult to teenager, adult. Age-wise, the body will keep on changing. But the soul remains the same. The soul is not been transformation. Soul doesn't go any transformation. Only body goes into transformation. In scientifically, we say the cells are keep on changing every hour, every day. The body is changing. The cell is changing. New cells generating. Everything is happening to the body. Similarly, aging process is happening. Everything is happening to the body, but the soul remains the same. That's why it says sometimes soul is called as kutastha. It is always steady. It doesn't undergo any kind of transformation as body is undergoing transformation. And Prabhupada explains here the body is subjected to 6 kinds of changes. 6 kinds of changes are the changes that's mentioned is from the childhood, from the Prabhupada explained here, from the birth, from the womb of the mother's body remains same growth, produce some effects, gradual dwindles, and last vanish into ovulation. So this is the 6 kinds of transformation a body will undergo. But however, the soul, which is inside the body, does not need to go through all these changes. That's what Prabhupada mentioned. The soul is not born, but because he takes a material body, the body takes its birth. So the soul is go into the body depending on the soul's previous at the time of death. What is the soul is thinking, that what kind of, if soul is attached to something, like some kind of, if you say like I was very attached to a dog or a cat. So at the time of death, if I think about dog and cat, the soul will go into the dog's body or cat body. That's how the soul elevate. If you have that's what we always say. If you keep on chanting, well, when I was talking to some of my friends, I don't have time nowadays. I will chant when when I retire from the job. But when I retire from the job, you never know when the death will come. But if you keep on chanting, the chanting will make the consciousness at the time of death. You're consciously or unconsciously you keep on chanting. That chanting will help the soul to take a new birth. If you're still in the consciousness, you may even go to Goloka Vrindavan. You never know. At least if you are in the conscious, at least you get a better body that you can do spiritual practice much better. That will help your soul to elevate to much further upwards towards Swargaloka, or even go to Goloka Vrindavan. So what we think, that's what we're going to get. So the material body takes its birth depending on our consciousness at the time of death. So soul does not take birth there, and soul does not die. So there is no birth and death for the soul. So anything which is happening is only for the body, not for the soul. And next is, because the soul has no birth, he therefore has no past, present, and future. That's why it says it's eternal, ever existing, and primeval. Because it is the body, the soul, doesn't have any past, present, or future. Only the body is going over the changes, not for the soul. It's eternal. It's always staying there. It's ever existing and pretty much oldest. There is no birth and death for soul. It's always there. That is, there is no trace in history of his coming into being. Under the impression of the body, we seek the history of birth of the soul, etc. But the soul does not anytime become old as the body does. So we nowadays have this a new way of looking at the history of the family. Look at I saw this web page called Ancestor. So you can go and look at trace your ancestors. Who is your whose grandfather you are, who is a great grandfather, everything you can able to find on the body concept wise, but not on the soul level. The soul only is known only to Krishna, what the soul is going through, and everything is only, but we all can only look at the body level. Body is not what we're going to look at in this kind of pages and everything. You're going to look at your ancestors, great ancestors, and great grandfathers, and all these things, but nothing more that you can able to get from that. So if you understand this, so one has to understand that if you encounter into the bodily concept, so we encounter a lot of problems. So the problems comes from when you attach to bodily things, like, yeah, I'm this, I have a relationship with this person, I have a relationship with this material things and everything. You end up in a lot of problems because body is temporarily is keep on changing. If you miss something or if you miss someone, then you get into a lot of problems and troubles. But if you are more connected to the soul level, the sufferings, you don't have any sufferings, because the soul's character is just Sachit Ananda. So you always be in a bliss and happiness. So only the body has all these issues, but not the soul. So I was ready to listen to one of the lecture where this mentioned like the Chitraketu from Bhagavatam, and in Srimad Bhagavatam is explain about Chitraketu. He's a king. Chitraketu is a king. So he has several wives, but he don't have any child. So he was very much worried about that. There's no no generation after him. So he was much worried. So he went to a lot of rishis and he do a lot of tapas and everything. And finally, he got a child for his young wife, the last wife. And then once he has a child, he was so much happy and he was so much attached to the body of the child. So he spent most of his time with the baby and his young wife. So this makes the other wives very angry. So what they did, they tried to think that because of this baby, my husband is not looking after me. So they give poison to the baby and they killed. And then because it's killed, the King Chitraketu was so much being affected because he lost the body, because attached more to the body instead of soul. He lost because of the baby killed. He lost everything. He just feel like he lost everything. Like like a blind person, he's always blind. Suddenly he got to use his eyes to see something, and then it goes off like in a couple of days. How much suffering he will feel? The same King Chitraketu feeling at that point. He was feeling that why I should have this baby. If I don't have this baby, I don't have this bodily problem. It's because of that he suffered a lot. This is what we have. This is what will happen when you have too much attachment to the body. But we are more attached to the soul. You don't have this problem because the soul is always existing. It's always there. Because why this concept is coming here is that Arjun was saying to Krishna that I have to kill my grandfather, I have to kill my guru, I have to kill my relatives. Why I have to kill them? This is not the way I would like to have my life. But Krishna was explaining this to him because you were looking only them on the bodily concept. That's why you're more attached to the body. But the soul level, they are all same. You're not going to kill the soul, you're just going to kill the body. And this body is going to die anyway. It doesn't matter. This is what the Krishna was saying this to Arjuna. The soul does not deteriorate like a tree, nor anything material. The soul has no byproduct either. Like here, Prabhupada is saying that the soul is just entity, small anu. Only if the body have a relationship, and then it have a children. It gives another individual soul, a body to another individual soul. So that's the kind of byproduct what the body will have. But the soul will not have any kind of problems like this. And then the body develops because of soul's presence. But the soul has neither offshoot nor change. Therefore, the soul is free from 6 changes of the body. So, soul go into the body, but the soul doesn't undergo any kind of changes. That's why I was explaining this before. So the same sloka was been said in the Katha Upanishad as well. So if you look at Katha Upanishad 1.2.18, Prabhupada mentions here, it's exactly the same version, same verse of 2.20. Na jayate mrujate vapachin, nayam kuchin na bhabhuva kaschit, ajo nitya shashvato aham purano, na hanyate hanyamana sharire. So this verse is exactly same as the verse Bhagavadgita verse 2.20. Only thing it mentions about the word vipaschin. Vipaschit means it's knowledge. So the soul is full of knowledge because it's Satchit Ananda and full of consciousness. So consciousness means when the consciousness leaves this body, then the body is dead. So always people say, they say this person passed away, but you can see that person lying on the floor or on the whatever way we say, his body is still lying, but they say this passed away. What is passed away from the body? The consciousness, the soul consciousness that left the body. Because it left the body, that man is dead. He doesn't have anything to do. He don't have any senses. He can't do anything. It's very common that they don't really talk about the soul in the Western philosophy. They talk only about that it passed away. What passed away, they don't talk about that. But we have a distinction. This is what very important when it comes to them, our Dvaita philosophy. So if you look at the main difference between Advaita and Dvaita philosophy is that Advaita, they don't agree the supreme soul. They just say they accept there's a soul there, but the soul will merge into the Brahma Jyoti. That's what they say. But only like on Steve and Vaishnava principle philosophies where they accept that soul is there, and then also Paramatma is there. So we are Anu and Vibhu. So our main role is to serve the Supreme Lord. This is what our concept of Vaishnavism. But Advaita philosophy, they don't agree with that. They say there is nothing like that. That's what they say. I am the body. I am the body. I am the body, they say. They have to worship the body, but that is not the way it is. So the soul is full of knowledge and full away with consciousness. Therefore, consciousness is symptoms of the soul. Even if one does not find the soul within the heart where he is situated, one can still understand the presence of the soul simply by the presence of consciousness. So Prabhupada explaining here, sometimes we do not find the sun in the sky going to cloud or from some other reason. But the light of the sun is always there, and we are convinced that there is daytime. As soon as there is a little light in the sky early in the morning, we understand that sun is in the sky. Similarly, there is some consciousness in all bodies. So Prabhupada explained comparing the consciousness to the sun rays here. So sun is always present, but we can see the sun when cloud move off, then we can see the sun rays is coming through. Then we know it's the daytime. A light is coming through. When it's night times, then you can able to see that this is a kind of consciousness. So we're convinced that there is therefore a daytime. As soon as there's a little light in the sky early in the morning, we can understand the sun is in the sky. Similarly, since there is some consciousness in all the bodies, whether man or animal, we can understand the presence of the soul. So Prabhupada explaining the consciousness of the sun to the body. So when a person is moving, an animal is moving, it is happening because there's a soul is present in the body. As I said before, if that consciousness is not there, then the person is dead. This consciousness of soul is, however, different from consciousness of supreme, because supreme consciousness is all knowledge, past, present, and future. So our consciousness is different than the supreme consciousness. The supreme consciousness, he knows everything. He knows our past, he knows the present and future of the soul. So he has all the knowledge and he has everything in his mind. So you don't really need to think about it. The consciousness of individual soul is prone to be forgetful. When he is forgetful of his real nature, he obtains education, enlightened from the superior lessons for Krishna. So this is what important. So our consciousness, I know one of the Alvars, I think Namalvar. So Namalvar was is a very saintly person from Tamil Nadu. So he was in his mother's womb for several years, and then when he came from his womb, still he remember what is his past, everything he remembers. That's what he is called as Sadakopan. They say like the Sada is a kind of Vayu that will make you to forget everything. Whereas Namalvar, when he's coming from his mother's womb, he still remembers everything. That's what is called a Sada Gopan. He just completely kept his memories in his life. So he knows everything, and then he didn't talk at all. He was staying in a kind of tamarind tree in Tirunelveli area, and then he just stayed there until he saw his disciple. That time he opened his mouth and he just said only few words to them, and that's how he got the knowledge that's first he transferred his knowledge to his disciples. So that's what he said. We forget everything. As far as we are in the womb of a mother, we remember everything from the past. We have more conscious. We have been thinking about the Krishna. That's what is sometimes the mother say, baby is playing now, because baby is playing with his Lord. So he has every knowledge of what has been done. As soon as he comes out of this mother's womb, suddenly they forget everything. But not forgetting means it not happen immediately. Even sometimes you can see the baby will smile, will make a laugh and everything. We don't know why but still it has some kind of memory that they can able to understand the past times with the Lordship. So over the time it goes off, but still from the birth, still like I think some months, still the baby can remember and they can still enjoy the past times that the baby has with Krishna, the soul had with Krishna, Supreme Soul. So Krishna is not like a forgetful soul. So if so, Krishna's teaching of Bhagavad Gita would be useless. So Krishna knows everything. So Krishna's teachings are very important for us to understand. So last part, Prabhupada explaining about the two kinds of soul. So this is one of the other thing as well, as I was saying before, namely the minute particle soul, Anu Atma, we are the Anu Atma. Super soul is a Vibhu Atma. So the supreme soul, Vibhu Atma, he is infinite. He has everything incomplete, but we are only like a small kind of drop in an ocean, whereas Krishna super soul is like a full ocean. This is also confirmed in the Katha Upanishad in this way. Anor Anyam Mahato Mahahyam Atmasya jantur nihito guhyam tam akutaha pasyanti vitashtoka dhanut prasadam mahimanam atmanaha. Both the super soul and the soul are situated on the same tree of the body within the same heart of the living being. And only one who has become free from all material desire as well as lamentation can be by the grace supreme understand the glories of the soul. Krishna is the fountainhead of the super soul also, and it will be disclosed in the following chapters. Arjuna is atomic soul, forgetful of his real nature. Therefore, he requires to be enlightened by Krishna or by his bona fide representative spiritual master. So this is a very important shloka. We always say like it's kind of two birds in a tree. So the super soul will be always there watching what the soul is doing. And sometimes when the soul is making something, always the Paramatma will try to guide him. If you listen properly, then you can able to understand, you can move forward. But sometimes we don't, we ignore that. That's why we end up in troubles. So the Paramatma is always there watching what we are doing, and something is not right, try to help us to get the enough knowledge to do better. But most of the times we just we don't really listen to our heart. We do things what our mind is saying. That's why we encounter a lot of problems. So here Krishna is saying that Arjun is the atomic soul. So he forget everything what the real nature is. Therefore, the super soul Krishna is there to enlighten him so that he can act according to what Krishna wants it, so that he can attain the liberation or the Vaikuntha, Goloka Vrindavan. That's my realization, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Sorry, Prabhu, if you have any questions.
I just want to mention that he was mentioning about the Advaita and Dvaita. Like the Advaita philosophy just focuses on soul. That is ultimately gets merged into the Brahma Jyoti. So what they claim usually is, I am the God. So we can often hear that, I am the God, you are me, the God. That's what is Advaita philosophy. Everything is Maya. But here in Dvaita philosophy, we have soul and super soul. That one has to be always subservient of the super soul, which is Krishna himself. So yeah, the soul is the part and parcel of Krishna, and he is the eternal servant of Krishna, and he has to serve the Lord Krishna. That's what I would like to mention, because I think my husband, he said, I am the body, that he got confused. I think I am the God, like they claim, like. So
no, that's what they say.
I am the God, they will say.
You are the God, I'm the God, he's
yeah,
the God.
But you said I am the body.
Oh, sorry.
So that's why I just wanted to correct that.
Okay, sorry, Prabhu. Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji. So just I was about to mention that, but yeah, you mentioned. Thank you so much, Mataji. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu. Please, if you have any mistakes, please forgive me, and yeah, please put a discussion. Sorry.
You described very nicely, Prabhuji. And also, when baby comes from the womb of the mother, in the womb, he remembers Tatra Karma, Tatra Labdha Smriti Daivat Karma Janma Setodbhavam. He remembers 100 past lifetimes. Karma Janma Setodbhavam, Seta Udbhavam, 100 times of lifetimes. And as soon as he comes out of the material world, he forgets everything that Suti was, and he prays in the womb of the mother to the Lord, that, my dear Lord, you are always here and watching me, but I'm not able to perceive those things. But he acknowledges that, and he remembers those prayers of तस्योपसन्नमवितुं जगदिच्छयाता नानातनुर्भुवि चलच्चरणारविन्दं सोऽहं व्रजामि शरणं शकुतो भयं मे येने दृशिगतरसि असुतोऽनुरूप यस्पत्रबद्धैव कर्मभिः आवृतात्मा भूतेन्द्रिसायमयम् अवलम्ब्य मायम् आस्ते विशुद्धमविकारमखण्डबोधम् आतप्तमानहृदये अवचितं नमामि यः पञ्चभूतरचिते रहितः शरीरे छन्वायतेन्द्रगुणार्धचिदात्मकोऽहम् तेना विकुण्ठमहिमानं ऋषिं तमेनं वन्दे परं प्रकृतिपुरुषयोः पुमांसं Yo maya urguna karma nibandhanesmin. So he just going and praying to the Yo maya urguna karma nibandhanesmin. Likewise, describing all his past tense, what is happening to him. By your maya, I am here, put up here. Because of my sinful activities in the past, I am put up here and encaged here. Just like a sekuntaiva panjaram. So akalpaha swanga chestayam sekuntaiva panjaram. Just a bird is captured in the womb. He is captured. And then he also mentions that I don't want to, after mentioning so many prayers, that I'm in the womb of the mother, here so much hot blood and so many urine, stool, and here it is very disturbing. Dehyanya dehe vivrejya ragnhinasrug vinmotra kupato brushatapta deha. Tapta deha, his body is getting tormented every moment. And one side mother is eating so many spicy foods and all this thing. That is one side, hot blood and urine and that stool. Vinmotra kupato brushatapta deha. Itchenito vivsan ganayan somasan. He is counting his months every moment. Itchenito vivsan ganayan somasan. So likewise, at the end, he says, Soham vasanapi vibho bahudukavasam garbha nanajjigamishe bahirandagope yatropayatam upasarpati devamaya mityamitr yadanu samsati chakrametad. So, oh my dear Lord, here it is very difficult, but still, I do not want to go out of this womb of the mother. Outside, yatropayatam upasarpati devamaya. Devamaya is going to catch me and Maya and put me into this samsuti, but only this is and that. So he is just in his the way of explaining and praying to the Lord. It's so beautiful. And then coming to the end, tasmadaham vikta viklava uddharishya atmanamasa tamasaha suhrudatmanaiva. Suhrud atmanaiva. By taking your help, oh my dear Lord, I would not be again negligible about my human life. I will take this one. Tasmadaham vikita viklava uddharishya atmanamasu tamasaha suhrudatmanaiva. Bhoyo yata vyasanam yetad anekarandram mame bhavishyati upasadita vishnupadaha. And then he was praying, I do not want to take another birth again. Bhoyo yata vyasanam. It become once again the habit, vyasanam. I do not want that to be happen again. And he is praying to the Lord. And then immediately the Sutivata is the air during the pregnancy. It will push the baby very outside. And as soon as he falls outside and touches the ground and mix it with the blood and that urine and in the puddle, just like a worm just moving in the blood in the muddy. Likewise, he falls in that and then he cries. At the time, he forgets everything. Whatever he has been praying and whatever this is karma janma satadhom, all the lifetimes, that past times, he will forget. But as a Namalvar, so it is a Shatagopan. Some people, they remember still past times. It is in special occasions. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for bringing that point.
Thank you, Prabhu. Sorry, I made some mistakes. Please forgive me.
No, Prabhuji did explain very nicely, Prabhuji. Okay, so, and also I request dear devotees, if you have got any questions, kindly ask, or you wanted to share anything, kindly share. And also Lala Prabhuji, you wanted to add anything here as well, and from previous loka here, kindly add as well. And in the Lekha Mataji, yes, Lala Prabhuji, go on. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sorry, maybe I am not feeling well. Although just few point already these two texts mostly is linked. The 19 and 20 both are the almost the similar way. Whatever the Lord Krishna giving the information. And the first thing, what is our preaching? Because first thing, Arjuna was confused. Is it clear, my voice? Is it? Can you
Yes,
understand?
yes,
Sorry, I can't articulate properly. That is my problem. So, when Arjuna was confused, what to do and what not to do, so he was perplexed condition. And then, and at that moment, he has to consult to the right person to get the knowledge. So it was Lord Krishna. So because we are thinking as Arjun, he was confused. He was thinking that he is the killer. Actually, sorry, he is the killer, but the reality, we cannot kill. Why we can't kill? The point is, so Prabhupada always mentioned the first preaching, that is you are not body, you are spirit soul. So you are not killer to anyone, and no one can kill you. So this is not to take advantage. That is I will kill someone, or I will kill animal, or to encourage the slaughterhouse. But the point is, we are eternal soul. The advantage to know this thing, that is the first thing, Lord Krishna giving the knowledge. The first thing you are, so from where you get this knowledge, this is the first thing. Why it is impurity? Impurity, when you lament something due to our body, it is impurity, because we have to think about spirit soul. What is our destination? It should through our spiritual knowledge. So if you always thinking about bodily attachment, it has no higher destination. So this is two example I can add. In Bhagavatam, Jara Bharat. Sorry, maybe I cannot go maybe longer way, because I don't feel good. So Jara Bharat, you know, that is in Bhagavatam, Canto 5. So when King Rohan was considered him, due to bodily concept, he was taking him, taking advantage. He was thinking, I am king, and he has to bear my cart. But Zoro Bharat was very advanced devotee, because due to too much attachment of deer, next life he become as a person. He was one princess, but he was he was thinking, he was not forgetting his past life, but he was so much serious about not to going down. So he was doing, acting as he is very, he is full, or he can't talk properly. So it was his position. But when King Rogan was criticized him due to his bodily concept, and slowly he was, because of thinking that is only bodily definition, he was criticizing. So at that moment, sudden, and Jaro Bharat was giving advice. So all these things, as you are today, you are become as a king, but next day you will be another position, you will be another life, not the human life. So after that, giving lot of knowledge, then King Rohan recognized his position. I am not the really king. Maybe certain time, and he was surrendered to Jaro Bharat. And after that, he got lot of knowledge about the spiritual advancement, how to do that, how to do for higher purpose. So from this, all this knowledge, what is our advantage? What is the advantage? I am not body, and I am spiritual. What is my advantage? What is Krishna is giving this knowledge? this is the advantage is we have to thinking how to improve our, how to progress our spiritual advancement, how to develop, and not to always thinking about our body. So this is the main point. So another example also giving, also one of the archer who was his profession was killing bird, half killing bird. And at that time, Narad Muni giving him advice, why you are killing this bird? We are giving pain to them. And then slowly by slowly he gave knowledge, no, you have no right to kill them this way. And afterward, he became as a very good person. And even next time he meet with him, and he was taking long time without killing any even any insect, even not any ant. And he came long way. And Narad Muni asked him, why you took long time? So he was giving explanation, because I have no right to kill any animal. So this is the thing, how to meet with the especially advanced person, people become changed. So we have no right to kill anyone, any to harm to others. So this is our position. We have to understand our position, and second thing, what is our position, and what is ultimate goal. We have to realize, we have to concern about that. Taking example of Jaro Bharat, even also at that time, and the next and life after deer form and next life, he become very serious. So no unnecessary thing, nothing. He was showing that as a he's a foolish person. And so this is the thing. But he gave the knowledge to Rahugan, King Rahugan, and then he realized he is the spiritual advanced person. And this is, we got the knowledge from Bhagavatam. So we have to be very serious about it. In the present life, whatever our position, we have to take advantage. What is our how to develop our life, and back to Godhead. This is our journey. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Sorry for tolerate me.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very beautifully explained. With Jadvartha also mentions Rahuguna yeta tapasa nayati na chejya nirvapanad gruhadva na chandasa naiva jalagni suryaihi vina mahatpada rajobhishekam. This is one of the instructions, sir. So just bringing without the devotees association, vina mahatpada rajobhishekam. The dust of the feet of the devotees, that only purify us, make one to attain the devotional service, the most transcendental bliss. This is Vina, except Mahatpada Rajobhishek, though he is going through tapasa, nayati, na chejjaya, by the worship, na nirvapanad, gruhadva, just renouncing gruhadva, or performing any dharmic activities in the home, grihastha dharma, chandasa, Vedic studies and all. Naiva Jalagni, standing in the water and also looking at the sky, the sun in the sky. Jala plus and also Agni, keeping the fire around us and perform such kind of tapasas. We cannot understand Krishna except Mahatpada Rajobhishekam. So here, my dear King Rahaguna, unless one has the opportunity to smear his entire body with the dust of the lotus feet of great devotees, one cannot realize the absolute truth. One cannot realize absolute truth simply by observing celibacy, brahmacharya, following the rules and regulations of householder life, leaving home as a vanaprastha, accepting sannyasa, or undergoing severe penances invented by keeping oneself submerged in water, or surrounding himself in summer by fire and the scorching heat of the sun. There are many other processes to understand absolute, but the absolute truth is only revealed to one who has attained the mercy of a great devotee. That is Vina Mahatpada Rajobhishekam. That is a very essential point that Jadabharata is giving to Rahuguna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for explaining that one. about that pastime. Okay, so we shall move on. Any other devotees you wanted to add? Any other reflections or questions you wanted to ask?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Very nicely explained. We understand that we are not this body, we are the spirit soul. But if we ask ourselves, we provide food for the body, we do exercises, we walk, we do yoga, we do all kind of practices. And if we are not feeling well, we take supplements, we go to the doctor, we take medicine. That's all for the body. But what are we doing for the soul? So actually, for the soul, what we are doing now, these 2 hours or 2.5, 3 hours that we are on this platform, that is when we are chanting, we are reciting verses, stutis, when we are listening and participating in Vedic discourses among Vaishnavas. That should be shown among Vaishnavas. And that is a nourishment for the soul. The soul also is hungry. The soul, not only the body is hungry, the soul also, but we need to provide the right nourishment for the soul. And thank you so much. These 2-3 hours that we're spending with you, with other devotees on this platform, this is nourishing our soul. And we are not committing any papa, any sin, because this time we are just thinking, talking, and listening about the Lord. So thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, everyone who has attended this class today. I hope we continue it like this. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very beautifully explained. Thank you so much. Okay, any other reflections, dear devotees, you wanted to add? Sanchita Mataji and
Prabhuji, one question.
yes,
Sorry, one question. It's not a question, it's something I'm asking. Prabhuji, would you be able to give the link of the prayers that you were reciting when the child is in the womb? Please, would you share that link with me? If you kindly can.
yes, Mataji, Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter, third canto, chapter 31 and 20, okay, 31, and then here verses, I think starting from 10, I think 10, so yeah, from 12. This is,
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
you can see in the recording as well later on.
Yeah, thank you.
Around 10, 12, 10 or 11 verses.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. This is the important. Actually, this time, how the body, before that, soul is praying, but when the body is formed, afterward he is forgetting. He is forgetting. So this is the tricky of Maya.
Yeah.
But at that moment, in the actually one of the hellish condition. So and at that time he is praying. So after coming back, he will remember this thing. He will praying for this. He will remember to Lord Krishna. So one of the example of only Parikshit Maharaj, he remember to Lord Krishna.
Yes. So again, this is what is that? So here, sudden by the wind, it is Sutivata. The child comes out with great trouble, head downward, breathless and deprived of memory due to severe agony because of those pains. It is Sutivata. Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Yes, Sanjita Mataji. Okay. Any other devotees? Prabhavati Mataji. You wanted to add anything?
No, Prabhuji. Very nice explanation. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hey, Radha Shekhar Mataji, you wanted to add anything?
Hare Krishna, everybody. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. How are you all? Lovely to be in everybody's association again. So
We lost contact you.
yeah,
Contact.
sorry, my phone. Yeah, like I've lost all my numbers. I've lost all my phone's like it's not working anymore. So I have like a new number, but I don't have WhatsApp. So I'm really, really sorry. I'm trying to sort it out. Yeah, but I have really missed everybody a lot. And then if I don't have my phone, I can't. I haven't got Zoom or anything, so I can't. So yeah, I'm just trying to sort that out. But it's so nice being in association of devotees. I think tonight's been really beautiful. I'm just to just from hearing Sanjita Mataji and her family reciting to all the questions and Prabhuji to hear everybody's different contributions. And yeah, like this topic of the soul, it's this morning we was also discussing this with the young children, and it was really just amazing how they can relate, especially young children. They can relate to the fact that we're not this body quite quickly, but as we get older, we identify more and more with the body, and just having that purity and thought that we're not to be attached to it. It's it's doing its thing that it needs to do here, but the main thing is that we develop that relationship with Krishna, and that relationship is a soul relationship. And obviously we use our bodies and our senses in the service of Krishna, and that is the best use of this, because we hear all these, obviously, like we hear exactly what birth is like, what death is like. It's not, disease is like, etc. And not to identify with any of these things, because we are different from these things. And when we're in a body, we obviously, like, if you're not feeling well, you're going to be in pain. If you're even if something, we don't think about, I don't know, our toes or different part of our body, but if it was in pain, our consciousness would be there all the time. And therefore it's something that we really have to. It's easy to say, we're not the body, we're the soul, but when you have a body, it's still the fact that we're going to identify with it at some point. And really working on the soul and the chanting and everything that helps us to kind of come out of the concept of body. It's like a big practice in itself, and to understand that our relationship is not with the body, and it's with Krishna, and Krishna has a spiritual body, and therefore we also require a spiritual body to be able to engage with him. But Krishna is so merciful that even during our time on earth, like when we are embodied, he gives us all this access to him. And we really have to, we hear it all the time. We're not the body, we're the soul. We're not the body, we're the soul. But just to come to that realization, and I think it's something that happens naturally to everybody, that everyone comes to the conclusion, like at some point in their life, that even, we're not actually this body. There's something beyond this, and there's something bigger than this. But actually then diverting that into Krishna consciousness and realizing that actually our relationship is with him, and our soul's relationship is with him. That takes us into a deeper, and it helps us absorb ourselves in devotion of Krishna, I think, in a deeper way. and we hear of all these stories, like so many people have like out of body experiences, near death experiences, and they actually feel themselves like in connection with something that's much deeper and bigger, and only then they're able to say, oh, this isn't, but until you're in the body, you're still hanging on to it, you're still we're still attached to it. Like, if something was to hurt us, like if it was like a pinprick or a broken heart or a this or that or an illness or whatever it is, we still experience it through our body. But to understand that we're not the body, it takes a lot of practice, and it takes a lot of, I suppose, I think the word is stop. It takes a lot of sacrifice. Not sacrifice isn't the right word, but a lot of doing certain processes to understand that we are not the body, but we're a soul, and it's our soul's connection with the Krishna that's important. And all these stories in Bhagavatam, and not just Bhagavatam, but especially Bhagavad-gita, when Krishna says at the beginning, like in this chapter 2, that don't worry, Arjuna, then you're not killing your grandfather. He'll just get another body, because that's where the soul moves. Like, we hear it so many times, but do we feel sad when someone passes away? Do we feel sad when we're in disease? Or do we feel can we identify with the soul? And at one, there's so much scripture that says, like, the more we less and less engage with the body, and the more soul conscious we are, even if we're just conscious that we're a soul, then we are in that kind, at least you have to get to the stage of Brahman, where we realize that we're just a soul. And that all these things, they take a long, not just a long time, but it can happen instantly. But we were so pure, but then we became so attached to the body, and then all the relations of the body, everything that's going on, and we just we gave ourselves identity, we gave ourselves all these things. But again, dematerializing that all again, and understanding that we're not just the layers of the conditioning that's been put on us since birth, and that all of that is through the process of chanting and just really going on that journey through lifetimes, or where we're purifying to the point where we don't, like, obviously we see all these yogis, they don't attach with the body, they're able to completely be, they're able to do anything because they're not attached to the body. And this is all like Krishna consciousness makes this so much easier. Like, if we engage in service to Krishna, then naturally we're using our body, we're using our senses, everything in engagement for Krishna. Therefore, it's really, the process becomes easier, because if we identify in our true ego is, that we are servant of Krishna, then this all becomes so much sweeter and so much easier. So we have the body, so we must make the best use of it also. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mataji, for kindly explaining those things. Yes, it is Tivrena Bhakti Yogena Yajeta Purusham Param. Jnana Vairagyuktena Bhakti Yogena Yogena Kshemaya Padamulami Pravishanti Akuto Bhayam. Akuto, one has to achieve Akuto Bhayam. Means he should not be lamenting or getting afraid or getting fear. It should not happen. That is what called Akuto Bhayam. By what? Jnana Vairagyuktena Bhakti Yogena Yoginaha Kshemaya Padamulami Pravishanti Akuto Bhayam. That is Pravishanti Akuto Bhayam. Okay, so thank you so much, Mataji. Very nice. Sanchita Mataji, sorry. Are you available, Mataji? Sanchita Mataji? It's a late night.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. There was, today's session, as Mataji mentioned, it was really nice to have so many devotees. First of all, everybody getting a chance to do something, listening to nice kirtans, and your explanation for Shloka 19 and Sridhar Prabhu. It was really nice with lots of reflection, references, and of course, it was nice to hear Lala Prabhu after a long time, though we could understand he was suffering. And finally, to conclude, Radha Sevika Mataji really summed it very nicely. Then, I mean, for us to realize that we are a soul, though we theoretically know it, our consciousness knows it, but to absorb it in a daily life, we forget that sometimes we act in, especially being in Grihastha life, mostly as parents, husband, wife, and all. I mean, while we fulfill all these relationships, we forget that we are still a servant of Krishna and we are not the controllers. Anger, desires, and many things come, which, I mean, it's, as I mentioned, I mean, it's a lot of purification needed to understand Sankhya Yoga, and especially chapter 12, which is the summary, chapter 2, which is the summary of Bhagavad-gita. I mean, and so it's good to hear again and again and keep on practicing our devotional service, because as Prabhupada mentioned, like, to all his disciples, I mean, how from being hippies to happy, so it could only happen through this process. So it is a like scientific process, tested process. We only need titiksha, tolerance, and patience to be able to understand our true identity and nature. That's all, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very nicely explained. यदा रहितमात्मानं भूतेन्द्रिय गुणाशयैः स्वरूपेण मयोपेतं पश्यन् स्वराज्यं रुच्यते. Gradually we clear off this mode of ignorance, passion, or material mode of goodness. Swarupena, in our own spiritual form. And then Swarupena mayopetan pasyan swarajyam ruchati. We go back to Lord's abode. This is the cleansing, the hearing, Shravanam Kirtanam. शृणुतः श्रद्धया नित्यं गुणसस्य स्वचेष्टितं कालेन नातिदीर्घेन भगवान् विशिते हृदि तीव्रेण प्रविष्टः कर्णरन्ध्राणां स्वानां भावसुरोरूपं धुनोति शमलं कृष्णः सलिलस्य यथा शरत्. So likewise, keep hearing. Ases samklesh samam vidatte gunanuvada shravanam murarehe kim vah punasat charanaaravinda paraga seva ratiratma labdha. All are diverting just only to hear Krishna Katha. Engaging yourself in discussing Machitta Madgita Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam Katayantascha Mam Nityam Tushyanti Cha Ramanti Cha Parasparanu Katanam Pavanam Bhagavad-yashaha Mito Ratihi Mito Tushtihi Nivrittihi Mita Atmanaha. All see how beautiful everything is making. When we are going through those phases, we realize this is called self-realization, gradual cleansing among the devotees. Satam prangan mama viri sammido bhavanti hrutkana rasayana kataha tajjoshana dvasu aparghavatmani shraddha ratihi bhakti anukramishati. Okay, so that is our so many reflections to go. Okay, thank you so much, dear devotees. And Usha Mataji, Meena Mataji, Devashish Prabhuji, would you like to add anything?
Hare Krishna. Yeah, I don't have anything. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
No problem. Thank you. I was just listening. So beautiful class.
So beautiful. Very deep.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, so now we are near 50 minutes past 9 o'clock. Okay, so time to now move to the next part. So Narasimha prayers. Can I request Radhika Mataji and Gauringi Mataji to do the Narasimha prayers if you are happy? Gauringi Mataji.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Gaurangi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Haribol, pranams, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Mataji.
Okay, so shall we start? Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Prahlad Daine.
Prahlad Daine.
Hiranyakashipurvakshaha.
Hiranyakashipurvakshaha.
Shilatankanakalaye.
Shilatankanakalaye.
Ito Narsimho Parato Narsimho.
Ito Narsimho Parato Narsimho.
Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsimho.
Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsimho.
Bahir Narsimho Hridaye Narsimho.
Bahir Narsimho Hridaye Narsimho.
Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapade.
Narasimhamadim Saranam Prapade.
Tava Kara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Shingam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare.
Tavakara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Singam Dalita Hiranyakasipur Tanuvringa Kesavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare.
Tava Kara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Shingam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare.
Tabakara Kamalabare Nakam Adbhuta Singam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanuvringa Kesavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare.
Jaya Narsimhadev Jaya Narsimhadev Jaya Narsimhadev Jaya Narsimhadev.
Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev.
Jaya Bhakta Prahlad Jaya Bhakta Prahlad Jaya Bhakta Prahlad Jaya Bhakta Prahlad.
Jaya Bhakta Prahlad Jaya Bhakta Prahlad Jaya Bhakta Prahlad Jaya Bhakta Prahlad.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
I got a Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai got a Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
Nrsingadev Bhagwan ki.
Jai.
Bhakt Prahlad Maharaj ki.
Jai.
Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
So much Radha Sevika Mataji and Gaurgi Mataji. Very beautiful. Okay, so thank you so much. So,
Prabhuji, thank you,
Very
Mataji.
beautiful Kirtan, Radha Sevika Mataji and Gaurangi Mataji. It was so nice to hear. It was straight from the heart, very devotional. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
I wish I had devotion. It's all mercy of devotees, all anything.
thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, it's all devotees are always humble. They say that. Okay, so okay, without
Also, please 3 loud Hari Bols to Amoga Prabhu, like for more
Hari
than 2
Bol,
Hari
Hari
Bol,
Bol,
Hari
Hari
Bol, Hari
Bol.
all the devotees and Sridhara Govindas Prabhuji and Subhya Gopi Mataji, Ram Lala Prabhuji, and all.
Yes, Prabhu wanted to say that they've left, I think, yeah. Hari Bol to their devotional service as well.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. And Hari Bol to all the devotees, without your presence, Tulaya Malavena Pinaswargam na Punarbhavam Bhagavad Sangi Sangasya Mache Nam Kimutashashaha. A moment of devotees also is so valuable. Thank you so much. You all gave your time and your association making this Sangha very blissful. Hare Krishna. And then with that one, we shall conclude and see you tomorrow morning for Japa session at 5:30 a.m.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha
Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo namo
Namo
namo.
Ananta Koti Vaishnavim
Vrinda ki jai.
Prabhupada Jai.
And Meena Mataji, have a nice Dham Yatra. Same with Amoga Prabhu. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Who's going on Dham Yatra?
Meena Mataji, very blessed. She just came and then she's so blessed to be able to go to, Prayagraj for Mahakumbh, and Amoga Prabhu is also joining on Monday. So.
Are you going to Mahakumbh Mela?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, Gauranga. Amok Prabhu, you're going as well?
Yes, Mataji. Yeah.
Amazing. You must go to Vrindavan as well.
Mataji. So just, I don't know anything to go, but we'll see that one.
Yeah, pray to Radharani.
Good, Mataji.
Yeah, you must. I mean, like, if you're near Kumbh anyway, that's like, where is it? In Rishikesh or?
And Prayagraj is in
Yeah, so you go. Amok Prabhu, please, because please. I'm going to pray. Just go to Vrindavan.
Sure, we'll see, Mataji, how the Lord arranges. I don't know
Yeah.
anything there, but I'm just
It's
trying to
near the
join.
New Delhi. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's not far from the Delhi.
It's not far. It's absolutely not far.
Yeah, if time permits, we'll see.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, all the best. And Meena Mataji, all the best.
Thank you. You are joining too, isn't it?
Yeah, have a good trip. Very nice.
No, you are also
And I'll
joining.
call.
You are also coming, isn't
Hare
it?
Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. When are you coming?
Mataji, I am planning around 22nd.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's see. So my route would be either via Delhi or via Calcutta. So